Today I'm driving the Ford Ranger 2.2 XLS 4x4, Toyota Hilux biggest rival in the bakkie segment. In today's video I won't be doing too much paper-raising outside the car, I'll just get on to the driving. Welcome to another video. So the first thing you notice when you get onto this car and start driving is that it actually feels lighter than it looks from outside. Because when you are looking at it from outside, it has some ganda vibes, and one would expect it to be like heavy and stiff or anything like that. But as soon as you start driving this car, you realize that it is actually light, and the steering wheel is quite responsive, not stiff at all. It's like jelly smooth. So let's talk about the engine. This car has a 2.2 liter turbocharged diesel engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, and the engine has a power output of 118 kilowatts and 385 newton meters of torque. So what I've noted in terms of performance is that at low speeds, when you put your foot down, the engine makes a lot of noise. Like, it sounds like it's struggling, but as you pick up speed, then everything starts to be smooth. So the first 3 gears are like too loud, like the car's like then it starts picking up speed, then everything becomes smooth. Yes, I know this is a bakkie and it's not a car for speed stars, but I find that this car just takes too long to reach 100 kilometers per hour. Like, you would put your foot down and it'll be like and then after a while you actually clock that 100 kilometers per hour, and for me it's just a no-no. So this car is quite smooth and you can actually use it as your daily driver, but the only thing that you're going to struggle with is fuel, because the claimed average fuel consumption of this car is 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers, but I will show you what I'm currently averaging with just normal driving. I'm not flooring the throttle or anything, I'm just driving between 80 and 100, but you will see the average fuel consumption. So in terms of pricing, at the time of making this video, this car starts from 614,000 rands, which is more or less the same as the 2.4 GT6 variant of the Toyota Hilux. And this car comes with a 4-year 120,000 kilometers warranty and a 6-year 90,000 kilometers service plan. So would I recommend that you buy this car? Well, at the moment I wouldn't, because there's a new Ford Ranger that's coming to SA later this year, I think around May, June. So I would rather wait to see what that car has to offer, and then maybe I would buy it. But if I were to choose between this car and the 2.4 GT6 variant of the Hilux, I would buy the Hilux. There are 3 things I don't like about this car. The first one is fuel consumption. Yes, this is a bakkie, so I cannot compare it to a hot hatch, but Ford claims that the average fuel consumption of this car is 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers, but here I'm currently averaging about 11.5 with just normal driving. I'm not flooring the throttle or anything like that. I'm just driving between 80 and 100 kilometers per hour, but I'm averaging about 11.5 already. And the second thing I don't like is that there's too much noise about the Ford Ranger out there. Like, people are complaining about turbo issues, saying that the turbo gets messed up and now the car will start releasing some funny fumes and chowing too much oil and oil leakage and things like that. So I don't think I'll be comfortable buying this car with that information in mind. And the third thing I don't like about this car is just that it's a Ford. I don't like Ford bakkies. I don't know why, but I just don't like Ford bakkies. I'd rather buy a 4D. I don't know why, but I just don't like Ford cars. It's not about the car, it's me. The only Ford that makes sense to me is the Ford Mustang. Everything else, they can miss me. This bakkie has a ground clearance of 237 millimeters and it is 5,354 millimeters long. When parked in my garage, it almost fills the entire garage. Inside we have a multifunction steering wheel, and a multimedia system with a calculator screen. This car has a reverse camera, and believe it or not, you can see nicely what's happening behind you on that smallanyana screen. I'm not a big fan of touchscreens, so I don't see any problem with this. This bakkie is a 4x4, therefore it features the 4x4 selector shandies. There's traction control, diff lock and hill descent control buttons. To switch between 2 high, 4 high and 4 low, you simply rotate the knob and you will get confirmation on the instrument cluster. To activate rear diff lock, you simply just press and hold the diff lock button. You must be in neutral in order to switch to 4 low, otherwise the system won't engage. The car will tell you all these things. Here I'm sitting behind my driving position and there's ample leg room and the back bench feels somewhat comfortable as well. There's a 12-volt socket and no USB ports and air vents. The loading bay is quite dirty and scratched, that's why it is advisable to rubberize the bin for protection against scratches. The tailgate is extremely heavy and I almost broke my skinny arm trying to open it with one hand. When you take the car off-road, the ride is kind of refined, however it is a bit bumpy and you sort of feel like you are sitting on top of the car instead of inside the car. Now let's check out the acceleration of the car from 0 to 100, 80 to 100, 100 to 120, etc. Share your thoughts about this car and the upcoming Ford Ranger in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more car content in Mzansi context.